So I was scrolling through TikTok and I noticed a video on why we are absolutely cooked for the future. Our generation, our people that are going to run the world one of these days, and how bad it truly is and what is going to go wrong if everyone actually follows this video. Now, before I show the video, I want to say, hey, this was not a joking video. They did say this. They said it like it was real. There was people in the comments saying, good for you for standing up. And I commented and was like, hey, this is just not going to work out. And they're like, you're with the government. You're trying to fill the need of the government and just stuff like that. It's just really dumb. And I'm going to go into detail on why and actual information on why I think this is dumb. There's like a glare. It's because of the sun, and I don't know really how to fix it. Let me try. But let me show y'all parts of the video and talk about the said parts.
I would rather be homeless than work a job.
So you've seen the first part, and he's talking about how he would rather be homeless than live in a house. Let's just take that regard, and let's just say you do not want to be homeless than in a house, because when you're homeless, you will have to fight for food, clean water. You will not have no shelter, so just think about how hot and cold it will be, and there's no telling on when you go to bed what will happen to you. It's just, that makes no sense in my head on why you would rather be homeless and have a job and actually a place to stay. And he does go into detail on why he would rather do this, and he goes into pay ranges that are just completely off. Now, there is one that is decently true. It's somewhat to the truth, so I'm going to go into that and actually respect on what he said there. But this is just complete baloney, and there is no science or research or anything done. I say science has nothing to do with it, but there is no research and accurate information that he is about to tell you guys.
Oh, but don't you want a family? Don't you want, live a fulfilled life? Don't you want to have a house and own a home? Well, even if you work, you're never going to own a home. The average price of a home right now is about $500,000, give or take.
So he says that the houses are too expensive, okay? Let's just say your house is way too expensive. You don't want a house. You don't want a mortgage. You don't want to do all that fancy jazz people do. Just rent an apartment or get a double wide or single wide trailer. It's really not that hard to overcome. It's really not. Like, it's way better. Get a motel. It is way better than being homeless. There are so many other things you could do. Live with a friend and split rent with them. There is so many different outcomes that you can do in life. And though he mentions kids and a wife, you don't necessarily need those things. But if you want to do it, you can. You don't need a house to do these sets. Maybe if you want kids, maybe get a place to stay, but you don't need a house. Get a single or double wide, or get something. Just get shelter. That can go way to many different ways. But you understand what I'm saying. If you want this, want that, then work for it. It's not that difficult. And if you want to make more money, get the knowledge to make more money. All it is about knowledge. If you know how to do something and not many other people do, then you're going to get paid more than someone else. It's really not that hard of a concept. So I have this saved down right here on my phone. I'm not going to try to remember the number, but I'm going to show you a screenshot. You can just do a simple search on the internet, and you can use ChatGPT. But you can do whatever. It's really not that hard information. And if I see someone in the comments saying, oh, these are corrupt numbers, you looked it up, but the government's trying to make you think these numbers so you can be the right person. There's a tick right there. Wow, okay. I don't know where that tick went. Anyways, whatever baloney number he said in the video is also completely untrue. I found the tick, by the way. It's on my hand. Pretty sure he said 500,000 if I do remember correctly. It's 368,000 in the United States. That is the average home. That is way less than 500,000. And like I said, you don't need a house. You can get other things, which I'm going to mention in this video. And if you're going worldwide in 106 different countries, it's 369,000, not 500,000. It's just completely baloney. He's making up numbers, trying to get people on his side to watch his videos, and it's just completely untrue. These are not real numbers that you're going by. I don't know where you're getting these stats from. All you need is one little quick research, and it also depends on where you live. That's why I'm doing the U.S. entirety and also worldwide, because I'm not going to be that average of person and be like, oh, only America is the only country in the world. Like, it's just look it up, bro. Look at your phone. You have a device that pretty much tells you infinite knowledge. So let's just say you don't want a house. Houses are too expensive. You can get a single wide or a double wide trailer, okay? I'm gonna tell you the price of a double wide. The cheaper you go, so single wides are in fact cheaper, but double wides or double wide trailers are 75 to 100 grand. You don't need to pay this up front. You can do renting, or you're not renting, but you can pay to buy or whatever. But that is way less than a house. Way less than what he was yapping about. Now I understand you need to get land, but just get land. Land costs you a couple $1,000s, which is way cheaper than a house. It is way cheaper than a house, okay? It just makes no sense on where he got these numbers.
In 2040, the average house price will be $1 million.
And in 2040, the average house will be $660,000 to $800,000, depending on how inflation goes, not a million. I know this is penny picking, this is a picking of the number, but it's just completely untrue what he's saying here. Don't know where he's getting that information from. Don't know where he's getting any of these stats from, by the way. He's not looking them up, because these are not the stats of looking them up.
Right now, the average pay is 60 grand a year. Do we think the average pay in 2040 is going to be $120,000 a year?
This is the one thing that he's actually true about. He actually somehow managed to gamble his odds and won the odds. The average income is 60-some thousand in the United States, okay? In the U.S. We are, like, there's more than the U.S. If we're including worldwide, it's around 10. But if you're including countries that are, like, established and actually pay you good money, I'm pretty sure it's like 30-some thousand. It's not that. It's 40 to 30. It's one of the two. But it's not that much, to be honest. But 60,000 he was correct on in the United States. We also had to put in mind on how much it costs to live in certain countries and so on and so forth. He also says that in 2040 that we're not going to make 140 out of 140, I think he said, that we're not going to make that much, that's unrealistic. Well, if you count inflation and stuff, it says that it's going to be 100,000, which is pretty close. It's not outstanding. If inflation goes higher, we might make 140, but inflation is not a good thing. Like, if we make more money, we spend more money. That's just how that's going to work in the working force.
This is the play with a job. Get a job and scrape by. Save money, invest your money, because they're printing it so fast. Save your money, put it in the stock market, and maybe when I'm 65, I can go fuck off and do nothing. Why don't I just do nothing now? Doesn't that actually sound worse? Doesn't scraping by for the next 45 years of my life, oh, well, maybe I'll have 2 children, but I can't buy them what they want. But for 45 years, I'll scrape by, and then when I'm 65, then I'll start living. Doesn't that sound worse than just being homeless in the first place? And I just go be homeless in Florida. Well, but you can't have kids that way. Fine, because I can't have, a decent living with children. Anyway, it's getting worse and it's getting worse.
Now we got done with him yapping. Now it's my turn to tell him how he's completely wrong and how this system's not going to work. Let's just say that his dream becomes a reality. He gets everyone to not work. He is the king of everyone and no one's working. Everyone's staying at home. Okay? Now what are you going to do when you're at home? You're going to drink some water? Can't do that if no one's working. You're going to turn on your electricity? Turn on the light? Can't do that if no one's working. Are you going to go on Wi-Fi on your phone? No Wi-Fi if no one's working. Are you going to eat? Can't really get food if no one's working. You going to go to the gas station to get gas to go to the store? Can't really go to a gas station if no one's working. What I'm trying to get at here is that if no one's working at all, no one in the entire U.S. is working, one, we're probably going to get bombed or we're going to get taken over by another country. Two, if no one's working, you can't do anything. We require a certain level of people to work. Why do you think that plumbers, electricians, all these people are getting paid more over year after year? It's because no one wants to work them, so they're going to boost up the pay because people are not going to work them. And if you boost up the pay, people are going to work them more. Even fast food or retail, we're going to need fast food or retail people to work. That is just reality of the sense. Saying that everyone can just not work is just the most outrageous understatement that anyone could say. Everyone throws it around. Hey, I want to be homeless. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I don't want to work. There's all these famous people. I become rich. I can become rich. We're going to make a whole video on it. Not everyone can be rich and famous and Kai Cenat and Mr. Beast. That is just not the reality of it. Anyone could become them, but not everyone can. I'm going to try to make a video about it. It's going to be a lot of explaining, a lot of detail, because people are going to say I'm wrong, even though I'm not wrong. And I'm trying to state the obvious, but they're not getting the obvious. But I just wanted to make this video because it's just completely, I don't see how they even got these numbers, to be honest. It's insane. It's outrageous. I don't know. And the only problem is I wouldn't be making this video, but people believe it. People go by it, okay? They're like, oh, yes, I'm homeless. Oh, I don't have a job. This will be the best experience ever. I'm going to go down to Florida, have the best life in the world. Until you have to get food and actually a place to stay and actual life responsibilities. Just I don't know what to tell this guy or anyone that follows him in the matter. But anyways, guys, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I'm on the way to 3,000 subscribers and then 10. But 3,000, we have to get there first. But anyways, guys, peace out.